So I wrote a blog on WickedEverythingSports.com about where Matthew Stafford could play in 2025. It gave some possible destinations. So essentially, there's a report that the Rams have given Matthew Stafford permission to seek a trade. And that is where this completely baseless speculation on my part goes out as I try to figure out who could potentially trade for Matthew Stafford. So I'm just going to read from that, and I hope you enjoy. Matthew Stafford era in Los Angeles may be coming to a close. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero is reporting that the Rams have given Stafford permission to seek a trade. Stafford joined the Rams in 2021 after a trade with the Detroit Lions that has proven fruitful for both sides. The Lions used the picks to help build a championship contending roster, and the Rams won the Super Bowl in Stafford's first year with his new squad. The Rams are likely looking to readjust their roster with an eye toward the future. Earlier this month, they informed Cooper Kupp that he'll be released, and now they're allowing Stafford to see if there are any suitors out there for him. That leaves the question, which teams could reasonably make a move for Stafford? Let's begin with my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are in a win-now mode, having spent the past 5 years rebuilding their team into what on paper should be a contender. They recently gave Tua Tagovailoa a new contract, but the Rams did the same with Jared Goff before trading for Stafford. I want to really dig deep into the scenario, and I likely will for Dolphins stock, so be sure to check that side out this week. From a service level, this move could make sense. General Manager Chris Greer and head coach Mike McDaniel could feel that they are both on the hot seat, and Tua going to the Rams would provide them with a possible future franchise quarterback. The team that I've seen most speculated about is the New York Giants. Admittedly, the speculation is fueled by Colin Cowherd's segment, where he suggests that the Giants make the move for Stafford using their third overall draft pick. Then the Rams would be free to sign Aaron Rodgers when he is officially released by the New York Jets. It's an intriguing possibility, but do the Giants feel like they're a quarterback away from contending, especially with the Eagles in their division? Does it make sense for the Giants to hold on to their draft assets and build for the future rather than trying to force themselves into competing right now? The team that pops out to me most as I mull over the Stafford move plays in the NFC North. And as much fun as it would be for Stafford to just get traded back to Lions and win a Super Bowl there before retiring, I just don't see that as a realistic possibility. Instead, I believe that in a vacuum, the Minnesota Vikings could be the best destination for the 37-year-old quarterback to have an opportunity to win another ring before riding off into the sunset. The Vikings were the second best team by record in the NFC this season and had their championship hopes dashed by way of terrible quarterback play in the playoffs. Sam Darnold played his worst football when it mattered most, and it led to a disappointing first-round exit after a 14-3 season. They have J.J. McCarthy waiting in the wings, but in what would essentially be a rookie season, what can the team realistically expect from him? Bringing in a veteran mentor who has succeeded in the league, won titles, and fought through adversity could be the best thing for McCarthy long-term. I was initially hesitant to include Minnesota in this blog, or this video now, just because it would be bad form for Stafford to go to one of Detroit's rivals, but then I remembered how oddly vindictive the Lions fans have been toward their best quarterback in franchise history. Stafford returning and winning a Super Bowl during the Lions' first real championship window in decades would serve as a kind of just desserts. Ultimately, it would be a storyline worthy of professional wrestling. The more I think about it, the more I want it to come to fruition. So those are my thoughts on where Matthew Stafford could end up. If you liked it, please check out the WickedEverythingSports.com blog for more blogs there, and leave me a comment about where you think Matthew Stafford could end up should he actually find a trade partner for the Rams to trade with.